Welcome back, everyone. Today we have yet another RNG operations episode here. We have been challenged by the one and only Grim Job. Definitely check out his channel down below. He's a fantastic player. He's been featured on the channel many of times. He is probably one of my go-to 1v1 opponents here. Always have a little trouble trying to connect, obviously with him being located down under, me being out on the east coast of the US. So our pings aren't the best, which is where we've got True Mortal, the OG, hosting for us as an intermediary. So thanks, man. Appreciate it. Check him out down below as well. He's got a channel. He's uploading videos here as well, and he's actually casted this match, which is up. So you can see the overhead cast as well on his channel. So very, very exciting to get kind of multiple perspectives on this. But enough of that, into the gameplay here. As you can see, we are playing on Ladoga. This was Grim's choice. We did roll Axis. Well, Grim chose Allies. He's going with the Soviets. We rolled Germany on the Axis side, and we actually got the Lend Lease Doctrine. Starting off with a typical rush for me, which is 2 Grenadier squads. Kind of one to the main central point. One guy off of that initial squad goes to my home point, and then we send the second squad kind of out in between the 2 points to ultimately support the center with a flank as well, which is what we're doing here. We're going to start moving up on the sides. We've managed to secure our home point first before Grim got his, which is nice. So we're already slowly ticking, but Grim has a huge push in the center, and he definitely has better positioning in terms of buildings and even the central like destroyed factory as well on this map. It all kind of favors the Allies a little bit here. There is some benefits on the Axis side, which I'll go over as it kind of plays out. But yeah, we're focusing heavily on the center. We called in our 3rd Grenadier squad. Got a couple singles going out to the left, just to make sure that Grim does not flank our our spawn early. And we're gonna just try to decap here. Grim has managed to secure the middle and his home point, so he is up in terms of points here, and he is ticking up slowly. My plan, especially with this not the Lend Lease Doctrine, but with the All-Around West Doctrine, we're going to utilize the 2 centimeters to our advantage because they do come with veteran infantry, couple vet Panzerlehr in the back of each, and the 2 centimeters themselves are very effective. And this is one of, you can see this building right here is one of the benefits for the Axis side. You can kind of get guys right in the sliver of the central point in the building, but a lot of the times the Allied player will burn that building down early, which I'd likely expect. All those buildings will burn on either side of the street, so it's usually good to get a flamer out on them early enough. We have not done that. Our main goal right here is just funneling in these Grenadier squads as much as possible, and then we'll ultimately start funneling in the vet infantry and kind of putting them in with the 2 centimeter half tracks. We're going to utilize the 2 centimeters. I'm thinking game plan here is to probably go with the RD signaler. We will likely need the RD signaler potentially in tier 2 if the game kind of starts swinging in favor of Grim a little too heavily here. Right now we're able to kind of decap, but it's definitely not going too much in our favor as he is nearly about 100 points up on us. And then we'll likely go into the KT, King Tiger in tier 3. Depending on what Doctrine Grim is, I don't know if there will be... We'll likely have an equal position in terms of tier 3 heavies if we get there. I would think. So we'll see. We'll see. But strategy is going to revolve around getting to the King Tiger and just kind of holding on to that. So we'll spam out the 2 centimeters as much as possible, and then we'll ultimately, see what happens. But it looks like off the minimap, or not in the minimap, but off in the map, we do see a flamer. Grim is now burning down 2 of the central buildings that we could technically take up positions in, especially the one that does border the point. So that will be unfortunate. We are at tier 1, so we do call in the first 2 centimeter immediately, and we are actually going to rush this thing down the left side and into his home point. Going for an early home point rush with them, not towards the center. He's got this thing pretty much locked down, so I want to... Oh, this guy's glitched. That's great. He's not even moving. Fantastic. I want to funnel Grim's reinforcements into his home point. I'm sure he doesn't have much there. We do see a half track coming out for him, so he is the Lend Lease Doctrine. So it's going to be a half track spam likely from him, and I'm thinking maybe the Andrusha. We'll see. I don't know if I've seen Grim go the Andrusha all that much, but I would think he's got options. He'll have tier 2 Sherman that he can get. So we might actually have to go with the pack wagon instead of the RD signaler, depending on how this plays out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It'll all kind of depend here as we get into the later portions of this game. But as we predicted, there is not much in terms of a defense here. We are able to immediately get in and start decapping this. I'm going to pull the 2 centimeter back as I do hear an AT rifle somewhere firing at us. And it looks like Grim's also making a push on our home point, or he was at least. Looks like there's a couple guys. He's been able to kind of push up a little bit on the minimap, so we may have to worry about that. Looks like we both kind of thought the same thing, which is kind of ironic. Grim and I definitely think alike in terms of strategy, so this may be a bit of a pickle for us. But he's got 2 squads that he had to divert that would have gone either to the center or my home point over to his. So that did exactly what we wanted. I'm calling in a half track of my own. We're going to get this over to kind of reinforce my home point. And we did split off that additional Grenadier squad as well to kind of go both ways. Some to my home point, some to the middle. We called in a flamer. I tried to burn down some of the buildings, but I actually missed. And I think I hit the tree only, which sucks. So Grim had the better opportunity than we did there, as the rest of my building right here just kind of crumbles. He didn't push in. I think he's too busy microwing over on his home point, trying to get me out of there. I don't know where his half track is. It's got to still be around. Oh, there it is. We're going to immediately try to get the 251 on it. We do hit that tree and we get slowed down, though. 251 is a decent counter to this. As you can see, we are shredding the guys in it. We take out 1 already. Take out 2. Ooh, he gets our engine, and we just get him before he hold breaks us. He's got a guy laying down behind those rocks. We'll deal with him, and then I'm going to try to steal this thing. It's not really damaged, which is great. So we might be able to get ourselves a free Soviet half track here. We do have to repair the 251, though. We are able to get this thing. Let's see if we can get it out of here. But I think Grim's got some more guys out behind in the defilade over there. So I'm going to try to move out that way and see what I can find. Guys that have pushed his home point are pretty much dead. That is okay. We did this to kind of buy time. And like I said, kind of flip his reinforcements over to his home point instead of the center. As now we'll have a 3 light Vic push potentially up here. We're going to get the scout car up onto this little hill. You have some Sturm Grenadiers coming in as well with all STGs, so they should hopefully shred. And then we'll move the 2 centimeter over into a position as well that he can kind of start putting down some HE into the center. And we did call in another one as well to get even more Vec guys out, and another, obviously, 2 centimeter Vic in play. Our guys that made the push to his home point are officially all dead. So we got nothing there anymore. You see quite a few guys over here. Try to see if I can see them up close. I cannot. This guy, unfortunately, doesn't have an 18 nade, so I'm going to try to get this guy up. Throw the nade real fast. And then I'm going to try to get this thing back, because I do see on the minimap there is a light tank. T-70 or a Stewart? It's Stewart. So he went... So he's gone with the Stewart and at least one scout car so far from his doctrine. The engine brakes the scout car. Hull brakes it now. Totally fine. I didn't bother microing that because I wanted him to focus on that instead of this 2 centimeter that was full of guys. Much prefer to have this thing alive than either of those other two. The regular 251 or the scout car. We're going to call it an early... It's not an early Panzer III, but a Panzer III-M to kind of counter this Stewart. I think that's likely the best buy. I'm not going to go rushing a 2 centimeter against it. We have a decent amount of kind of up-vetted infantry. And if we can start using these Sturmgrens on the central point, we should be able to flip this either way. So I think we can kind of hold off on buying anything with the MP here. Other than the Panzer III, obviously. Looks like he was rotating the Stewart around based on the mini-map. Flamer's coming in. Probably to use the last of its flames. So we get a nice nade on that. And we are able to start flipping this with the influx of Grenadiers here. Looks like he's got a few guys remaining. We've actually really put a dent in his forces in the center. He's got a lot of guys inside these ruins and up on this catwalk, though. It's a really nice position. I'm sure he's got eyes as well, too, through there. It's like 1 or 2 others, but yeah, that push on his home point kind of made him go all out there to protect and defend. Looks like the Stewart was coming around to maybe go for the half tracks. So we are able to get out of there, thankfully. We'll move 1 out to the left, 1 out to the right. Try to move around the Panzer III. Doesn't look like there are any bodies over here, so these guys might still be alive. See if we can get some nades off. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's the other guy. All right. Move this guy up. I just want to make sure there's no one on the full flank, just to be safe. We'll move this 2 centimeter over, as I know the Stewart's on the left. But I saw some type of emplacement coming out on the side. I think it's a... What is that, a Maxim? A Dishka? Somebody's dragon that we just saw there briefly. And it looks like the Stewart is trying to fire at us. We do have range. Looks like he's got another scout car coming in as well. So that will be his 3rd DP buy already. Not to say we haven't already gone 2. Both of these doctrines are very much scout car and a half-track heavy for the most part. That's the typical plan. One player has played these, so we're very much mirroring each other in terms of vehicles out on the field and kind of game plan, because the scout cars on his side with Lend Lease also come with some vet infantry. I think it's vet marines, if I'm not mistaken. So some very good infantry on his end, but they are getting shredded in the center by these FCGs and the Panzer III. And our grenades are just doing fantastic. Well, I say that as the one hits the steel beam right there on top of the ruins. You just can't see it. But yeah, he's really not able to kind of get into the center. He really established himself here. Getting a nice lead, too, up to like 546 right now. But we are slowly starting to bring this back. Although we are 30 seconds to tier 2. So I'm expecting to see probably the Sherman. It's got the Churchill Valentine combo, but I think he'll likely go with the Sherman. feel like the Sherman is a safer bet for tier 2. We did call in a sniper. Grim kind of taking down our buildings with that flamer. It's kind of opened up a nice area that we can kind of get some long-range shots down. So I'm hoping that sniper will be able to do some good work. Also kind of a good thing we haven't burned his down, I guess, is he's just creating fire lanes. He's not really even using the buildings to his advantage right now for like defensive positions. Like he could put some DP-27s and rifles up in those windows and get some nice lines of sight. Stewart reappears on the right. Charge it with the Panzer III. We're gonna hit on it. Nice. Ooh, its turret's backwards for some reason. Interesting. Looks like I think we decrewed it. I don't think it's full dead. There is the Sherman though. So I'm gonna try to move the Panzer III back. I think we're gonna have a harder time trying to pen him. And we're gonna make sure this half track gets out of the way as well. Got a nice hold, although our guys are slightly decreasing here. Oh, now he's getting in the buildings. He's moving around as well. Looks like, oh, actually, I say that he's taking it out. Took that guy out of the building. We are kind of CP locked as the Sherman does some nice damage to us. He's giving us his side. I'm trying to see if I can pen. Unfortunately, just because we have a green bubble doesn't mean we can. I don't know if APCR would be a better ballistic on a side shot like this at this range. Maybe. But I don't think I'm going to pen, so I was going to try to snipe the Maxim and destroy it with AP, but he does take us out first. Looks like we're not full dead. Could get the pack wagon, like I said, to kind of counter this, but we're at the 17-minute mark. I really don't want to buy something and then kind of count myself out for something else, especially like the arty signaler. And we've still got a hold in the center here, so we'll play it safe for now and see what happens, I think. If we can just keep kind of playing the grenade micro game and keep pushing him back out of this point, I think we'll be okay. Pulling in the scout car here. Thankfully, we have a nice sneaky Faust laying down. Take that out. We're going to move up one of these 2 centimeters. Could save MP. He's flipping the center. So I actually decide to get the cream of the crop inf that I can get. I'm going to get a 251 full of Sturmgrens. And I'm going to just bum rush his home point. We're moving up the 2 centimeter to kind of flank the central point and kind of cut off any reinforcements coming from the center here. And we're just going to rush this half track in to his home point. Anytime he kind of puts enough pressure on the center that he can kind of flip it, I kind of want to deviate and go to his home point and kind of force him to go back there instead. He's got a guy with an early watch on us that we drive past, so he's going to see it. I start pulling these guys out early because Grim is a player that loves his mines. As you can see, we run over a couple there, and we trigger one there. Grim loves to mine his home point. It's so smart. I should do it more often. I've played him enough to realize now, obviously, that he will do it. So I had a sneaky feeling after he kind of pushed us back initially that he might do that. Lo and behold, he did. Thankfully, the half track survived the brunt of the damage and was able to get out of there. And we are able to start flipping it. So we do have a 1-0 lead since he's trying to take back this central point. But that's the goal, man. That's the goal. Apply pressure where your opponent is not, or they're not pushing. Force them to focus there, and then retake positions that you were losing. I think this is, goes without saying, that's like typical military strategy almost. But for the most part. Looks like he's moving the Stewart. I assume it's the same Stewart because I don't see it on the mini map anymore. So I think that Stewart's repaired and coming back for vengeance on the 251 here. We did move up kind of out of line of sight for a second. He's capped the center. He's about to cap his home point again. But it's only 0.5. All we really need to do is get a guy in. I'm considering going with the RD signaler, but I don't know. I think I'm going to hold off still. He's moved a scout car over here. Try to get a nade on it. He's too far now. Oh, shoot. If he didn't, if that guy didn't die, I might have been able to get a nade off. But he is running. We're going to pull in some more Panzerlehr, get them up and kind of retake this central point. We didn't get fully pushed off of it, though. Sniper's only got 3 kills, so I'm going to try to bring him to the back side of this building and try to get some shots just directly into the back line where it's safe to say usually infantry will be hiding. Looks like the Sherman in the kill feed took out our 251 over on that south point. Grim was making a huge push on this side, but we're cutting him down as he comes. We called in a third 2-centimeter. And we also got some Aufklärer to bring into the center as well. So we're going heavy into the center retake here right now. With the infantry from the 2-centimeter, that will pop out and kind of spread out in between the 2 points. And then the 2 squads we just called in. Ooh. Bit of lag here. Yikes. That did happen. That's not good. It's rare. I don't even know what that is. Didn't even say we were lagging. It's like a full blip. We somehow duck the Sherman shot, and we're able to actually take out the Maxim again. That Grim had moved up. And with the amount of infantry, vet infantry we just funneled in, we're actually able to decap and start recapping in our favor here. Sniper seems to be in a good position to start helping out, which is great. Grim not taking out that one building is actually playing into our favor right now because that sniper is hidden. We're going to move up these guys that we've taken out of the new 2-centimeter, spread them out a little bit just to kind of get that early warning again. And with 3 2-centimeter, oh my God, we're lagging again, man. What the hell? What is this? Oh, there we go. Yeah, actual performance drop that time. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Grim. Sorry, Troop. So, as I was saying, with 3 2-centimeters, we can actually kind of play this really strategically. We can have one more passive as like a quick reaction force more towards our home point. We can have one kind of assaulting on the left flank to keep Grim distracted over there. And then we can have one kind of in the center causing pandemonium and kind of helping out our center assault, which is really nice. So we got something everywhere to try to deal with Grim's infantry and try to take away his attention. But he's able to decap this and flip it. We're going to recap it, though, here with just a couple guys. It's the weight of our infantry and the fact that we're just shredding his. He does have that Stewart in a really nice position looking into our approach, which kind of sucks. We're going to call in some more Aufklärer. Bring them over. And I do have this AT team I called in to the center. We might try something on that Stewart if we see a break in the lines. The Panzer III-M is repaired. Partially. It's recrewable. The track is still damaged. We could potentially get that back up at some point. Not yet. I'm going to wait for maybe a little bit later. I see here with the guy I have in this point, it's -2, now -1 because we killed that one guy to his home point. We've got a couple guys laying around, so we're actually able to decap him already. Yeah, getting him in. So we're putting pressure on his home point. Looks like he probably has another scout car, though, because he just dropped on the minimap a ton of dudes over there. So I'm sure he'll reflip it, but this works in our favor to just keep decapping him and keep forcing him to put high-tier infantry on his home point. Those are guards that he has to spend time over there microing and keeping in his point. And as you can see in the kill feed, they're getting gunned down by the MG42 from the half-track that we pulled out. As we get more desync. What is this? This is crazy. I've never had this. Wild. That's 3 times in one game. Crazy. But we do have the center pretty much back in our control. He has one of his half-tracks, one of his scout cars, and the Stewart there, though. And it's just kind of shredding our guys. I'm going to call in some more Sturmgrens, get them up. And I'm going to see if I can get this Shrek behind here. I don't see anyone. This guy's low health, but we might be able to do something sneaky here. We do get the Shrek off on the scout car to take it out. We are getting hit from someone, so we're going to heal up just slightly. I want to try to get... Where's the Stewart? I want to try to get the Stewart if I can. We somehow get a nice shot. I think to deturret it? I think it's deturreted now. I was going to bring this guy up to go over there as well, but I see him digging in. So we'll start doing something over here. I'm going to try with the Faust. I might get a couple, and we overshoot, of course. But just like that, with that hole in the line, we're able to take out one scout car and the Stewart. He did decap us in the center. So I'm going to move one of our 2 centimeters back up, kind of down the main street to help support. And we're going to move the sniper yet again. I want to try to take out the Stewart if I can. We got a couple of Fausts. This guy's getting... Just miss. I'm going to try to smoke it out now. Smoke out the intersection here and then see if I can get maybe an 18-8 over. Oh, we tanked that nade. Oh my god. Alright, we got a little bit of health. Maybe I can skirt the smoke. We are able to. Can I get it over? We are. Take it out. Yeah, baby. Stewart goes down. Looks like we might have this road area that we can kind of get some nice flank shots on. So I'm going to set up those 2 guys with an MG42 there. Get some shots down the road. The Sherman has moved slightly to get a really nice line of sight on this back end. Don't like that. Pulling some more Grenadiers for the time being. We're 2 minutes or so to tier 3, so we're hanging on. We've somehow been able to go, it's got to be like close to 15 minutes without anything to really counter that Sherman. And we're somehow still in this game. All right, I think it's time. 2 minutes. These guys are going to take a minute to probably get up here. We'll get them into the Panzer III to kind of buy time. Focus, get that. Had the Panzer III be the focus, then we'll see if we can get the KT up here to potentially deal with that Sherman. Shredding the infantry in the center now. Reinforcements coming in. Got a really nice position here. And all we had to do was play for time. We just couldn't let Grim kind of get really far ahead in terms of points while we waited for tier 3. And we did exactly that. Did exactly that. So far the strategy has worked very nicely. Got a very nice position in the center. Crew's back in the Panzer III, and it actually gets the scout car. So we took out one of the scout cars. Oh, crap. Lose 3 guys from it. Still up, though, so we can still shoot. We'd called in another Sturmgren squad with a half track. So we'll get the half track into this point as well in a second. And just throw some nades over and into the building, into the rubble. Get this in with them. We should be able to flip this. Hopefully. Sherman focuses on the half track to take it out, which is unfortunate, but that's all right. It kind of even gives us cover in a way. So I'll kind of take that. That's not the worst thing in the world. And this guy won't die. Ooh, Panzer III gets a lucky shot on the Sherman. Damn, the AI gets him right as we get to tier 3 too. So thank God for that. Now we've got a tier 3 crewman from the Panzer III that we can actually pull out, put in the KT. Wow, that was lucky. That was lucky. Weren't able to pen. I wasn't able to pen when I was doing it, but thank God for the AI. The AI manages it. So one Sherman down. He's gotten quite a few scout cars. He's got a Dishka. We called in the flame half track because we're gonna now burn down his buildings as the KT snipes the Dishka. Gonna just make sure I get the crewman in here to get that up to Vet 3 immediately. And get these boys up to the front. So now we're gonna burn down these buildings. We might even be able to burn the Stuart, the Dishka, and the scout car if we're able to get it over. Maybe. It's got a ton of guys. He's trying to rush up with 18 nades on us. I think he just right-clicked us and was hoping the AI would do it. I don't know. I think some micro may have been a little bit better there, maybe? Because I think he just lost quite a few of those guys that just ran willy-nilly into an MG42. We're able to get a nice burst of flame into the point. Second more, and we would have gotten a nice burst into those guards, those Marines that were coming out of that second half track. Second scout car he'd pulled in, but he does get a Faust off on us. It is down. Tried to pull out the MG to get into position behind that wall and shoot into them, but unable to. And he is reflipping this point yet again. Just barely, though. And we've got a ton of infantry. But we can just kind of move in as well and just kind of retake this. So I'm not even really worried about it. We got more guys laying around as well. We're nowhere close to CP locked, although our MP is a little low. Sniper hasn't been doing much. Only 7 kills still. Got 40 DP left. Could get the pack wagon. Surprised I haven't seen the Andrusha. That would have been great to clear out a lot of my infantry. I don't know what else he has to deal with the KT now in this doctrine. Oh, he's got a heavy AT gun, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't. It's not normally a buy for me. I would normally take the Andrusha if I took this one. But I think there's a heavy AT gun. Maybe he's going with that. Although I don't know. I don't know what opportunities I'm going to give him. Because I'm just going to keep the KT back and counter vehicles. There's no point in really pushing it up. It'd be kind of suicidal and stupid. We do have an officer that we called in a little while ago on that right side. I'm going to try to spot anything over where I would normally expect to see any like counter vehicles go. Counter vehicles are emplacements, so I would assume there's something out that way. It's probably where I would put that AT gun if that's what he did take. I'm going to call in some more reinforcements out to this point. Don't see anything. Oh, there it is. So it's shot. Took out the Panzer III. I was moving the KT over there as well to kind of get into position. So we'll pull that back maybe. We'll pull that back. Probably not the best idea to go head-to-head with that. So he's got another medium tank. Looks like it is another Sherman briefly there. Center is locked down at this point. You try to push on our right, but he wasn't able to get far because of the guys we've got kind of laying around. Looks like he's got a counter sniper based on the kill feed. I don't know what this guy... Did I click here? I'm afraid this KT is going to run over one of these fuel trucks and just implode itself. So we'll micro him back. And we'll set these guys up in some better positions. But yeah, the guys we've got laying around, Grim just kind of comes over these ridges and just gets gunned down. Because we're in that defilade on the reverse slope, thankfully, so it's really nice. With some really good positioning here. I don't know what he's going to be able to do other than funnel infantry into the center point. We're going to pull in the Panzer Pioneers. Panzer Pioneers, I guess. We'll pull up that flamer, get that thing kind of set up to maybe get some more flame down into his side of this middle point. And I'm going to pull up a Lafette MG42. Should be pretty effective, I think. I think if we set that Lafette up well enough, we can get both the center and kind of reinforce our western flank. Panzer Pioneers are coming up, so we're going to smoke out with them. What was that? Ooh, what was that? Saw something briefly there. Looks like some type of guy. It might be a sniper. Set up a couple foxholes in the smoke. Push up the rest. Sherman is firing in on us, though. So we'll move the KT up to potentially start looking to counter that. What is that? Ooh, it's actually a Commissar. We're going to move the sniper over to kind of deal with that. If we get lucky, we might be able to snipe the officer. Try to get the Dishka through the scout car, but we might have done it. I don't know. I didn't see it in the kill feed. I know we did take out the scout car, though. Is the sniper going to do it? Oh, my God, it did. The sniper took out the officer. Oh, my God, that's huge. That is huge. Oh, that's big for us. That was probably spotting the KT as well. Looks like he might be baiting us with a Sherman. Ah, we're not able to pen through that roof. We deflect. But in the center, I did call in another flamer, just a regular one as well. So we've got two flamers in the middle right now. Although one of them did just go down. Our second officer, we're going to start just trying to sneak him into this foxhole if we can. Just to make sure we can fully secure the center and not give Grim any hope of catching up. We'd move that scout car, that 2 centimeter, too many half tracks. We'd move that 2 centimeter up a little bit too far, and we do get taken out by the 100 mil AT gun. That is all right. We do still have 2 more, and we do still have 40 DP we could use if needed. Officer is in the point, though, so this is going to be very difficult for Grim to push us out now. He's either got to get an officer in just to kind of equalize that value, or he's got to get a ton of infantry into this point now, higher tiered infantry. We'd placed the Lafette MG42 into one of the foxholes we dug early on, but it is getting shelled either by the 100 mil or the Sherman here. See if we can get him through that. We're building, we're not able to either. Oh, he's moved out. We might be able to play this well enough. I wonder if he thinks the KT is on the right side still, and he's trying to bait us down the main road, but I'm gonna just come this way. Ooh, nice shot through to cook him off immediately. So there goes his extra Sherman. That might be it for his DP. He may only have this 100 mil left. Right, because he's got the Steward. He's got at least 5 or 6 scout cars, 2 Shermans, 100 mil. Yeah, he's got to be tapped out. I don't think he has anything else. So if we can just hold on, we're already up to 700 now in terms of points. So we are pushing along. Looks like we lost our sniper at some point. Either the 100 mil or maybe his sniper. I don't know. I didn't see it in the kill feed. We're starting to take up positions on his side of the road, firing into the center point. So we're starting to cut off his real lane to get in here now. So he's really only got one area to kind of push from. And as long as I don't expose the KT, he really has nothing to deal with us now. I mean, he has something to do with us, but as long as I don't play this stupidly, I think we've got this. See if we can get some guys. This guy's running at us. We'll burn him down. Oh, are we just out of range with this guy? We'll crawl a little closer. Try to burn some of these guys with this flamer. Do get a couple more. These guys are running in. We'll try to burn them as well. We got one. Ooh, we do actually get both. Very effective flamer there. Got our scout car defending the home. Damn, I did it again. Got our 2 centimeter defending the home point. I'm not allowed to play allies, I guess. Oh, and he calls GG there. So an early GG. Yeah, he likely had nothing left. So, damn. We're able to pull that off. Holy KD. We've got 307, his 194 in inf kills. Yeah, that'll do it. He didn't really have any infantry left on top of that to counter anything. We tell True he can end. Said the Sniper and the Panzer III were the top killers in this one, but that will do it. We move to 6-2 overall in this series. Again, for anyone that doesn't know, anyone making it to this point and just watching for the first time, this is going to be an ongoing series where we go random. Opponents choose anything they want, and I just have to deal with it. So that can be map, nation, war period. You want to go early war, mid, late, you choose. Time of day. Want to play night? We can play that, whatever. But you guys challenge me. We stack the odds in your favor, and I just got to figure it out. I got to get lucky in terms of my doctrine and pray that I get lucky and can somehow show my skill to win. So feel free to challenge me. You'll make it onto the leaderboard here. Hopefully we'll see some more wins from our opponents soon enough. I can't win them all. Clearly, I have lost a couple. But I hope you guys did enjoy, and we will see you on the next one.